Pleasure now to be joined by Carson Hatch, heavyweight champion of the conference. It's got a nice ring to it, Carson. Thanks for joining me, and how good does it feel to be the champ?
Well, thank you for having me. It feels good. It feels like the culmination of some work we've been having lately.
I mean, the heavyweight's the marquee weight class of wrestling, so a little extra. I mean, when you woke up Monday morning, you had to have a smile on your face.
I certainly like to think that it's the marquee.
Well, that's the reason they go last. They don't start with the heavyweights, do they?
No, it does go last. Yeah, it felt good. It felt good to win for sure.
Your thoughts going into the tournament? I mean, I'm sure you had self-confidence, but did you think, the championship was realistic, and how did you execute it?
Yeah, I did think the championship was realistic. I had a lot of work with my coaches going into it, and I was confident in myself. I was confident in our team. I thought that we would do really well as a whole unit too.
How exciting has it been? Well, actually, before I go there, take me through your matches,
okay.
The ups and the downs, and then that moment when you knew the dream was gonna be a reality.
Okay, so my first match, I ended up getting a pin. I got, I think it was in the first period, I hit a crossface cradle. And then the second match, I went the distance. I think the score was 7-2.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure, but I think that was the score. And then the third match, it was slowed down the action a little bit. It was 4-1 is where I won it. He was a left leg lead. I knew that the snatch single was there, so I was just kind of chasing that down. Had a couple close had a couple close ones where it ended up getting off the mat, but I knew it would be there, so I just kept chasing it like a dog on a bone, just going after it, and eventually I got it. And then once I got it, I felt like he couldn't score on me. I felt like my hips were too strong, and then my feet were too fast, and yeah, that's how it ended up.
That's awesome. Tell me what it's like wrestling for Zaleski. I mean, these guys are legends in the wrestling world, and we're so lucky that they wanted to be a part of something new, the rebirth of wrestling here at Cal Poly Humboldt. Just tell us what it's like to be a part of that under those guys' tutelage.
100%. Legend is the right word.
Yeah.
It is an incredible experience. They have a wealth of knowledge. They forgotten more about wrestling than I ever knew. Yeah, I learn something new every day. There's like so many different tweaks and stuff they make to my wrestling, and it is just it's priceless. It really is.
So how did they recruit you? What was that talk? I mean, that takes a leap of faith on your part as well, saying, hey, I want to go to a place that's, look, it's been 33 years since they had wrestling, so starting from scratch. Just talking about being a part of something like that and what the recruiting pitch was and why you chose to come here and be a Lumberjack. So
sure. So I'm a transfer student, so I've seen a couple different colleges. I've been around the sport of wrestling in college for a while. And when I came here, I saw the campus. First off, I love the campus. The Redwoods it's unbeatable.
A beautiful campus, yeah.
It's unbeatable. And then I sat down and I had dinner with Coach Lenny Zaleski, and we just talked about wrestling for hours. And I just hadn't had that experience.
Right.
But just talking with someone with that much knowledge, with that many different experiences in the sport of wrestling, and and I just knew that this was the place for me from there.
Tell us about life off the mat for you. What are you studying, and then where do how do you like to enjoy the Redwoods? Obviously, it's a beautiful area. How do you take advantage of what is home right now?
For sure. So I study political science, and then outside of that, I live with my girlfriend, and we try to explore around the area.
Yeah.
We could probably get better at that.
Well, because you're from the valley, right?
Yeah.
Turlock, somewhere there. So this is a complete change of pace.
Yeah, both of us are from the valley, so we're not really used to being next to the ocean. We're not used to
ocean air instead of manure. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. I'm not to my friends in Turlock.
You're not far off. That's pretty accurate. I think I need to do a little bit better job of getting out there and exploring.
Well, I'm sure Coach Lenny's keeping you busy.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, where the season, granted it was just the conference championship, but there's a lot of season left to go. What are your goals heading down the home stretch here?
So my goal is to go through regionals, hopefully win it, get to the national tournament, and become an All-American. And I think that our team could really surprise some people this year. I think for a first-year program, that the amount of success we're competing with teams that have been established, that have been around in Division II wrestling, and we're doing very well. And we have guys that I think can really compete for a spot on the podium.
How fun was it to take part in the first home match here on campus in 33 years?
It was an incredible environment. I unfortunately didn't get the opportunity to wrestle because there was a forfeit at that day. They didn't bring a
they did you
heavyweight
dirty.
that day. I know.
We should have thrown Drew out there in a singlet. See how it goes. God, I'd pay for that.
I don't want any of that. But it was,
One of you guys said that, but it was not you.
but it was a great environment. It was a great environment.
Mr. Hatch, appreciate your time, and good luck with the rest of the season. We look forward to catching up with you.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to it.
More on Humboldt All.